Hello students, welcome to Alphos e-learning. And in previous video we finished up to dispersive power of metal of the prism. Dispersive power omega is equal to delta V minus delta R by delta Y. This is the formula. Or omega is equal to mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1. Either this formula or this formula can be used to find the dispersive power of the metal of the prism. So already regarding the dispersive power, so I explained there in previous video that the ability of the medium or ability of the material of the prism by which it can split up the 7 colors, constant colors from white light, so which indicate the dispersive power, how great it is separate the 7 colors from the white light, so which indicate the dispersive power of metal of the prism, and its corresponding formula is derived. So that formula delta V minus delta R by delta Y, or omega is equal to mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1. Suppose in any problem, refractive index of material medium for violet color, refractive index of material medium for violet color mu V, and refractive index of material medium for red color. These two are given, but violet is not mentioned, not given in the problem. So while calculating the refractive index, while calculating the dispersive power of the material of the prism, so we need refractive index of yellow. So we can easily find that without knowing that. If we know only mu V and mu R, and mu can be find easily by average value, by calculating average value of red and violet refractive indices, you will get mu value. Therefore, in some problems, yellow colored refractive index was not mentioned, only refractive index of material for violet and red, these two are given. In such case, dispersive power of material medium can be estimated by calculating the refractive index of yellow color, that taking as average of violet and red color, that is giving refractive index of yellow. Then we can substitute all these values in it, you will get dispersive power of metal of the prism. And go for some problems related to dispersive power. So first one is find the dispersive power of thin prism of angle 18 degree. The refractive index of prism material is 1.56 and 1.68 for red and violet colors respectively. See here, this is a violet color 1.68 given, and for red color refractive index is given 1.56. Okay. Now find the dispersive power of material of the prism. So this is the question in which yellow colored refractive index was not mentioned. Even then we can find it by taking average of violet and red color. So mu is equal to 1.68 plus 1.56 by 2, which gives us 1.62. It is a refractive index of material for yellow color, that is average color or mean color, 1.62. Then using this mu value and mu V mu R, and dispersive power can be calculated, that mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1, and omega is equal to, by substituting these values, 1.68 minus 1.56 by 1.62 minus 1, and this is 0.12 by 1.62 by simplifying. This is the dispersive power of given material of the prism. But dispersive power has no units, no dimensions. Just we are getting a value that is in decimals or fraction or any numerical value. So no units and no dimensions. This is the dispersive power of the material of the prism. So which is calculated for giving data. So this is the final answer. Next, go for another problem. There are two prisms. Made of different materials. So there are two different materials crown and flint glasses. Generally we use crown glass and flint glass to prepare the prisms. Okay. Now in this case, two prisms, their angle of prism for first one is 4 degree and for second one is 2 degree. Yes, these two are keeping as shown in the diagram, but their refractive indices for violet and red color for the first prism 1.5 and 1.4 respectively, and for second prism 1.7 and 1.5 respectively. So these two are the refractive indices for violet and red. These two are the refractive indices for violet and red for the second prism, and their angles of prism 4 degree and 2 degree given. A white light is incident on the first prism, and we know when white light is incident, so that white light from which the 7 colors will split by the dispersion of light, and again incident on another one, again split up into 7 colors. That is different issue, we can see that. So question is, so total angular dispersion in this case. So angular dispersion is given by the first prism and angular dispersion is given by the second prism. These two are giving in the same sense, same order. Suppose here by the dispersion of light rays are bending downward. Here also light rays bending down. They are in the same sense. Therefore, the total dispersion of light given by two prisms, that is theta 1 plus theta 2. Then we know angular dispersion, already this formula derived in previous video, that mu v minus mu r into a plus mu v dash minus mu r dash into a dash, and the values are substituted 1.5 minus 1.4 into 4, and for second one 1.7 minus 1.5 into 2. By simplifying them you will get 0.8. 0.8 is the total angular dispersion given by both the prisms. And go for another one. Second question is, find the total deviation suffered by the light by these two prisms. Okay, for total deviation, in this case formula is, first one is deviation suffered by the first prism, that is mu is equal to, deviation delta is equal to delta on mu minus 1 into a plus mu dash minus 1 into a dash. This is the formula, right? Mu is not given, but we can find by taking average of these two colors, that is mu v plus mu r by 2 minus 1 into a plus mu v dash plus mu r dash by 2 minus 1 into a dash. Okay, by substituting the values, here mu v is 1.5 plus 1.4 by 2 minus 1 into 4 degree plus 1.7 plus 1.5 by 2 minus 1 into 2 degree. Okay, now by simplifying, this is 1.5, 1.4, 2.9 by 2, that is 1.45 roughly, into 4 plus, here 1.7 and 1.5 together 3.2, which gives 1.6 minus 1 into 2 degree, right? This is minus 1, 0.45 into 4 plus, here it is 0.6 into 2. So it is roughly giving 1.8 plus 1.2, which gives us 3 degree. This is the total deviation now. Total deviation suffered by the light. This is the angular dispersion 0.8, and this is the total deviation suffered by the two prisms, that is 3 degree. Yeah, regarding dispersion of light and deviation of light. So a prism gives both dispersion and deviation of light. The prism on which white light is incident on a single prism, which gives both the results. One is a deviation and the other one is a dispersion. So we will see both the results whenever white light is incident and that undergoes refraction by the dispersion of light. So 7 colors will divide from the white light, and also by the deviation we discussed that angular dispersion and deviation suffered by the light for different colors and everything over. Violet deviation is more than that of the deviation suffered by the red color, and the reasons everything over. So finally we conclude that where there is a prism on which white light is incident and which gives dispersion and also deviation both. Deviation is giving and giving the dispersion. Right? So a single prism will not give only one kind of result. Suppose if it is only giving the dispersion, avoiding the deviation, that is not possible. A single prism will give the deviation alone without dispersion. This is also not possible when we use a single prism. So, if anybody wants to get, I want only the dispersion of light, I should avoid the deviation. So what to do? That is not possible by the single prism. Then we have to go for the combination of two prisms which are connected reverse from each other. See here, this is one combination of two prisms, and this is one prism, this is another prism, and one prism is made of crown glass and other is made of flint glass, two different materials, flint glass and crown glass. These two prisms are having different angles of prism and materials are different. So if materials are different, definitely their dispersive power omega is different. Suppose its dispersive power is omega and this dispersive power is omega dash. Refractive indices are different. This is mu, that is mu dash. Okay. Now, whenever we are going to find the dispersion without deviation and deviation without dispersion, this is possible when we use the combination of two prisms which are connected in reverse sense. See here in this case, first case, there is no dispersion at all. Dispersion in the sense the emerging light ray, again white light. Here white light is incident, white light is incident, and finally it is giving white light. So there is no separation of 7 colors from this white light, means there is no dispersion of light. So here first prism is given dispersion 7 colors and also deviation, and another prism which is connected with it in reverse sense, then it is again combining all these colors which are separated by the first prism and giving its original light, that is white light, and it is giving one more deviation. Finally the dispersion will nullify whenever the two prisms are connected in reverse sense and it is only giving the deviation. See, this is incident light and this is emergent light. These two are extended. So here it is giving the total deviation suffered by the light. So deviation giving by the first prism, that is say delta, and deviation suffered by the light by the second prism, that is say delta dash. Overall, here in this case there is no dispersion of light because there is no colors, different colors or separate colors in the emergent light, it is white light. Therefore, here total dispersion theta total equal to 0. Which dispersion? Angular dispersion. Okay. Here total angular dispersion theta total equal to 0. But it has deviation clear. So total deviation deviation giving by the first prism, deviation giving by the first prism delta, and deviation giving by the second prism delta dash. That is giving the total deviation for small angled prism. Delta equal to mu minus 1 into A, delta dash equal to mu dash minus 1 into A dash. And by substituting these two values in above equation, this is the total deviation suffered by the light by the combination of two prisms which are connected in reverse sense. So what is our purpose? Why the two prisms are connected together? So here our intention is we nullify the dispersion, total dispersion. Only it is giving the deviation of light, the total deviation. So why? Because already given that a single prism which gives the result both the deviation and dispersion simultaneously. So is there any chance possibility to get only deviation without dispersion and only dispersion without deviation by single prism? No chance at all. Therefore, we are going for the combination of two prisms, and one is made of crown, other one is made of flint glass. These are connected in reverse sense, and definitely this combination by which so you can get only one result instead of two results. One should be nullified. That in this case, so total angular dispersion theta total will be 0, but it is giving the total deviation. That is deviation giving by the first prism is delta and by the second prism is delta dash, and by substituting the values and total deviation you are getting this equation. It's very important formula. And one more chance is there by the combination of two prisms which are connected in such a way that it is giving the dispersion but nullifying the deviation. How it nullify the deviation? This is the incident light and this is the emergent light. So which light you are taking the reference in understanding the deviation 0? So that is yellow colored light, mean color. Out of 7 colors Vibgyor spectrum, in which the yellow color is taken as the mean color, and the incident white light. This is white light. So white light and the emergent yellow colored light, these two are parallel to each other. When they are extended back or forward, they never intercept. Therefore, deviation suffered by the light, total deviation, that is nullified in this combination. The total deviation is 0, but it gives the dispersion because the emergent light is not a white light, which is giving the colored lights, that is a colored light rays which are emerging from this combination, that finally we are getting Vibgyor colors. Therefore, there is a 7 colors splitting from the white light, so that it is having the dispersion. Therefore, total angular dispersion is theta total equal to theta plus theta dash. But theta total angular dispersion, already we have the formula for formula for angular dispersion. So this is mu v minus mu r into A plus mu v dash minus mu r dash into A dash. So here mu v is the refractive index of the material medium of first prism, which is made of crown glass and for violet color, and mu r is the refractive index of material medium of crown glass, that is the first prism for red color, and this is the angular prism for crown glass prism, and this is mu v dash and mu r dash are refractive index of material medium of flint glass, second one for violet and for red colors respectively. A dash is the angular prism for flint glass. This is crown glass and this is flint glass. And final equation for total angular dispersion is this one. So final conclusion is here by the single prism, so you will definitely get two results, but by the combination of two prisms which are connected in reverse sense, then one should be nullified. Only one result will come out of total angular dispersion and total deviation, out of which one should be nullified, other will come out, and that is total deviation is giving in this case, and in the other case total deviation nullified in this case and giving the total dispersion of light, angular dispersion of light. Therefore, there are two cases. One is the deviation without a dispersion case, other one is a dispersion without a deviation case. So, deviation without a dispersion, it is possible when we use the combination of two prisms connected in reverse sense, and dispersion without deviation we are getting by the combination of two prisms which are connected in reverse sense. Let us see their values and how we can find the total deviation suffered by the light when the dispersion is nullified. So total dispersion is calculated when total deviation is nullified in other combination. Let us see. Okay, let us go for first case, that deviation without dispersion means the dispersion, total dispersion is nullified and it is giving the total deviation by the combination of two prisms which are connected in reverse sense, already given in the diagram. Now this is white light, this is first prism made of crown glass, and this is a second prism made of flint glass. Its dispersive power is omega, its dispersive power is omega dash, and refractive index omega dash, here refractive index omega for this material, and its angle of prism is A, its angle of prism is A dash. This is crown glass, it is flint glass. Two different materials are used to prepare two prisms. These two prisms are connected in reverse sense in order to get only one result. Other result should be nullified. Here there is no dispersion of light. Total dispersion is nullified but giving total deviation. Let us find that total deviation. If this total dispersion is nullified, that is 0, therefore putting 0 this value, we have the formula mu v minus mu r into A plus mu v dash minus mu r dash into A dash. Of course, here refractive index mu v and mu r are the refractive indices of the first prism, and for the second prism mu v dash and mu r dash are the refractive indices for material of the prism for violet and red colors respectively. And this is a mu refractive index, this is mu dash. See, keep in your mind, mu v and mu are the refractive indices of material of the crown glass prism for violet and red color respectively, and mu is the refractive index for yellow color, that is mean color. And similarly here mu v dash and mu r dash are the refractive indices of flint glass material for violet and red respectively, and mu dash is refractive index of flint glass material for yellow colored light, that is for mean color, average color. Okay, so here total angular dispersion formula is this one. I am putting 0, this theta total is 0, then simplifying that you will get mu v dash minus mu r dash into A dash equal to, take this side, minus mu v minus mu r into A. Then A dash equal to minus mu v minus mu r by mu v dash minus mu r dash into A. So this is angle of prism for second one, that is flint glass. Flint glass angle of prism A dash in terms of angle of prism of crown glass is calculated, that A dash equal to this one. And I am going to find the total deviation. Total deviation suffered. Total deviation delta total, that equal, already we have the formula A plus mu dash minus 1 into A dash. Okay, by substituting that total, its deviation, it is giving the deviation. First one is giving deviation delta, and the second one is giving delta dash. Okay, so we know delta equal to mu minus 1 into A, delta dash equal to mu dash minus 1 into A dash. Okay, now here mu minus 1 into A dash equal to minus of this one. So here already A dash equal to negative sign negative, and mu V minus mu R by mu V dash minus mu R dash into mu dash minus 1 into A. By substituting this value instead of A dash, you are getting this one. Now do one thing, it is multiplied by mu minus 1 and divided by mu minus 1. Multiplied and divided by mu minus 1 for the second term. Here it is mu minus 1 and mu minus 1. So this term is multiplied and divided by mu minus 1. For our convenience, the total deviation equal to, see here, mu minus 1 into A, mu minus 1 into A, we are taking common mu minus 1 into A. This term is taking common 1 minus, the remaining one is, this is over this part, and remaining is mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1, mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1 by mu V dash minus mu R dash by mu dash minus 1. So this is our total deviation suffered. Again by simplifying, total deviation equal to, so mu minus 1 into A, this is the deviation giving by the first prism. Therefore delta, this is delta of 1 minus, this is dispersive power of the first prism, that is omega. Dispersive power formula is mu V minus mu R by mu minus 1 and mu V dash minus mu R dash by mu dash minus 1. This is the dispersive power of the first prism, this is dispersive power of second prism. Finally you are getting, so total deviation is this much. So this is avoiding the total angular dispersion, only giving the total deviation. The total deviation equal to delta total equal to delta. Keep in your mind, this delta is the deviation suffered by the first prism into, or delta of 1 minus omega by omega dash. And one more important point regarding this one is, so here omega and omega dash, out of these two, sometimes omega is greater than omega dash, and sometimes omega dash is greater than omega. Then what kind of result is giving in finally by the combination of these two prisms? Let us see here, if omega, suppose your delta equal to mu minus 1 into A, keep it aside. Okay, right here omega dash is greater, then what happens here? If omega dash is greater than omega, then total deviation is how much? So take omega dash is greater, omega dash minus omega, by taking LCM by omega dash, so you will get, this is positive value, no doubt. Here omega dash is greater than omega, so by simplifying this, by taking LCM, simplifying this, you will get total deviation which is positive. Positive in the sense that is giving the deviation by extending back. Here the deviation is giving total deviation, it is positive value. Okay, sometimes case 2, if omega dash or omega is greater than omega dash, here omega greater than omega dash, by simplifying this, then you will get total deviation. Total is, you are getting negative value. Negative in the sense, it is giving the deviation that by extending these two light rays, incident and emergent ray, they will meet forward direction somewhere. which is giving the deviation which is negative. How? We can imagine over here, I will show, suppose if this light, emergent light is like this. So when these two light rays are, this one is emergent and this is incident, these two are meeting by extending them forward. Then in such case, the total deviation is giving a negative sign. When they are extending back, no chance for forward direction. Suppose when they are extending back, then they are meet each other, which is giving the total deviation positive, which is possible whenever the flint glass second prism whose dispersive power is more than that of the dispersive power of crown glass, then the deviation, total deviation is giving positive, then omega is greater than omega dash. In such case, total deviation is given by the combination of these two prisms will becomes negative, which indicates that whenever the emergent and incident rays both are extended forward, they will meet by extending them in forward. There is no scope to extend backward, they never meet. So in such case it is giving the negative value. So this is the clarity about the total deviation given by the combination of two prisms in which the angular, that is the total angular dispersion is nullified. So this is total deviation is given, and this combination is not giving the spectrum, that is 7 colors are not separated from white light. Therefore, this combination is said to be a chromatic combination or a chromatic doublet, a chromatic combination of two prisms by which the chromatism will be nullified. That is known as achromatism. Achromatism in the sense colors are not separating from white light. So all the colors generally splitting up from white light, that is known as chromatism. And there is no such kind of scope. The colors are not separating from white light, that is known as achromatism. Achromatism in the sense colors are not separating from white light. And chromatism means colors are separating from white light. So this is the difference. So here the emergent light is not giving 7 colors, it is a straight away white color. Therefore, white light is coming out. Therefore, there is no scope of 7 colors in this case. Therefore, there is avoiding the chromatism, which is known as achromatism. So this combination is said to be a chromatic combination. Yeah, next go for another case, case 2. That is a dispersion without deviation. Again, we are using the combination of two prisms. For what purpose? Out of two results. What are they? Dispersion and deviation. Out of these two, one should be nullified. Only one will give the result. Okay. So in this case, dispersion without deviation. So here the deviation, total deviation suffered by the light, whenever the light is refracted through this combination is 0. Okay. Total deviation is 0. How it is 0? This is white light incident on it. So after refraction, first prism is giving the dispersion of light split up into 7 colors, and again the 7 colors are combining together by the second prism and again splitting it. Sorry, here when the white light is dispersed by the first prism and these 7 colors, red to violet colors, again refracts to the second prism and giving the result which is with 7 colors in emerging light ray. So there is no combination of all these colors finally not giving white light, just like previous case. So it is a different case. So here the deviation suffered is 0, but giving the dispersion means 7 colors we will see in emergent light, they are splitting or separating from the white light by this combination. Right? Whenever we consider this WIPGR colors, out of which yellow color is the mean color, this is the mean light, mean color. The mean color is taking as a reference whether it is giving deviation or not. So mean color and the incident ray, light ray, these two are extended. They parallel to each other. When they are extended back, they never intercept when they are extending back or extending forward. There is no scope at all to get the intercept each other. Therefore, there is no deviation at all. The total deviation suffered by the light is 0. So when total deviation formula we know, mu minus 1 into A plus mu dash minus 1 into A dash, that is total deviation. But the total deviation is 0 because here the deviation is not giving. The total deviation is nullified from this mu dash minus 1 into A dash is equal to minus mu minus 1 into A. From this A dash equal to minus of minus mu minus 1 by mu dash minus 1 into A. This is the angle of prism for the flint glass, yes, exactly, flint glass. So in terms of angle of prism of crown glass, yes, the angular prism of flint glass that converted into angular prism of crown glass with their corresponding refractive indices. So this is A dash is calculated after that. So actually nullified quantity is the total deviation. By that we are getting this relation, and after getting this relation, go for total dispersion. Angular dispersion is giving by the combination, because here it is giving the angular dispersion but deviation is nullified. Total angular dispersion is theta total equal to theta plus theta dash. Yes, as we know, theta total equal to mu v minus mu r into A. So angular dispersion is giving by the first prism, this one, and for the second prism plus mu v dash minus mu r dash into A dash. So A dash value substitute over here. Total angular dispersion equal to mu v minus mu r into A plus minus, of course here minus is there instead of A dash minus. Here you will get minus negative sign. Okay, minus mu v dash minus mu r dash. A dash equal to mu minus 1 by mu dash minus 1 into A. Right? Here first term is multiplied and divided by mu minus 1. Here mu minus 1 by mu minus 1. Nothing wrong, we can write it as mu minus 1 by mu minus 1. Right? So mu minus 1 into A, and here mu minus 1 into A. So can we take the common? Yeah. Theta total is equal to mu minus 1 into A of, here remaining value is mu v minus mu r by mu minus 1. So dispersive power of the first prism omega minus, so here mu v dash minus mu r dash by mu dash minus 1. This is the dispersive power of the second prism. So total, finally you are getting theta total angular dispersion equal to, this is giving the deviation suffered by the first one, and this is omega minus omega dash. So this is the total dispersion is giving by this combination, but nullifying the total deviation suffered. Nullifying the total deviation suffered by the light by the combination of these two prisms which are connected in reverse sense. Now here again go for the cases. Case 1 here, subcases. Now here omega dispersive power, omega of the crown glass is greater than the flint glass, then what happens? Theta total is giving omega is greater than omega dash, which is giving positive. Positive in the sense, here by the dispersion of light, first prism is giving red to violet. Red is the top one and violet is bottom one color. But here by another prism which is keeping in contact with it, and again, so after dispersed light refracts through this prism, and finally, so emergent light should have upper one is red, lower one is violet. So as it is, whatever the colors given by the first prism in the order red to violet, here red to violet will give us finally red to violet, that is whenever, so total angular dispersion is positive. Suppose case 2, if omega dash is greater than omega dash greater, suppose omega dash greater, then total dispersion, angular dispersion is negative. What does it mean? So total angular dispersion, that is theta, total angular dispersion is negative in the sense, here the first prism is giving the colors that in the order red to violet in accordance with the wavelength red to violet. Red one is upper and bottommost one is violet. But here negative in the sense, second prism will reverse these spectral lines. This violet is up and red is down. So first prism is giving red and violet like this, and this will be completely invert and reverse the colors by the second prism if angular dispersion negative, that is possible, and dispersive power of the second prism omega dash is greater than the omega, then definitely these colors will be invert. That first prism is giving the order of the color the red to violet, and the second prism is giving from violet to red. That is, first prism is giving the colors that red is up, violet down, and here the second prism by which the emerging light rays in which the violet is up and red is down. So in this way the colors will be inverted whenever omega dash greater than omega. The total dispersion is negative in the sense, so it is inverted spectrum is giving in the result finally for emergent light ray. So here the deviation is nullified by this combination, but the total angular dispersion is giving out, so that is delta of omega minus omega dash. And one more point is a very important note. Here this combination is said to be direct vision prism. Direct vision prism means, so when we use this combination on the spectrometer, so we can see directly from this side along the same direction, because so along the incident ray, so spectral lines will also form along the same path because these two are parallel to each other. When we are observing from here from incident ray, directly you can see the spectral lines on spectrometer, therefore it is directly seeing the spectrum. Therefore this combination is said to be direct vision prism. Collimator and telescope both are collinear, and this combination keeping in between, and we can directly see the spectrum without rotating this collimator. So keep in your mind spectrometer, telescope. So without rotating the telescope, then we can see direct the spectral lines. This is telescope, that is collimator. In between the combination is keeping. Then the telescope, every time we are rotating to see the spectrum by which we are getting the deviation. So in this case, we can directly see the spectral lines through the telescope collimator collinear, and the combination keeping in between. Then we can see the direct spectrum by the telescope, so that it is called direct vision prism. Okay.